Should all be working pretty good. Okay. Alright. So, hello everybody. Okawashi here. Uh, doing another homebrew stream today. I think we're going to go for... See, I had a couple of options when I started... What I was thinking of doing today was we can either sort of go through classes and subclasses and try and sort of work out which ones would fit this sort of Victorian era aesthetic and which ones would need sort of changing or sort of just reflavoring, or we could work on building the like a whole sort of little adventure, like an encounter. Especially after the other day when I got a good recommendation for the Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting from a viewer, and I went and watched an animation on that, sort of get the vibe they were putting down. And obviously it's SCP, so it's very creepy, very extra dimensional, but the animation I watched in it was really good, sort of talking about how the circus hates the SCP Foundation and even has a whole special name for them to keep them off the track and avoid publicity. But so we could, come up with the sort of fey dark carnival that could be an adventure for a party, or we could just go through classes, subclasses, and work on those. But let me just pull up the chat on my phone here so I have that on hand. Just off to the side, there we go, very good. Okay, I mean, first off, I was something simple. We can just get the document, lay out all of the classes, and then go through them. Obviously, if the sound levels are off, if I'm too loud, if the music's too loud, if this keyboard's too loud, just let me know, obviously. But try to keep that in mind. So artificers, barbarians, closely followed by bards in the alphabet, clerics, C, D. I'm going to pull up the list because I will absolutely just forget a class. D, class list. Make this easy, make it simple. Druid. Yeah, see? Druid. There we go. Forgot. So, Druid. We have Fighter. We have Monk. Paladin. Ranges. Rogue. Sorry. Rogues. Sorcerer. No. Sorcerer. Sorcerer. Also rare. I never know how to spell that. Yeah. And warlocks. And wizards. Then there is also blood hunters. I feel like, you know, we'll add all of them in, and then any that wouldn't sort of make the cut that would fit into this world, they could just be easily cut out. But let's take a look. So we have to pull up all the subclasses as well here. And I'm just gonna go off official content. I'm not gonna go off UA or homebrewed. I mean, yeah, technically blood hunters and gunslingers aren't official. I know gunslingers aren't. I'm not sure about artificers, if they actually count now. But yes. This looks good. Someone's made a spreadsheet. Nope. That spreadsheet's been deleted. Excellent. Subclass directory. That's missing some. Subclasses, come on, just give me the list. As I don't have the full, I don't have the books on hand to just flip through. Okay. This looks good, this looks good. Alright. So we have artificers, we have alchemists, which would fit very well, I feel. Till this and battlesmiths. I feel alchemists would definitely fit very well with the sort of mad scientist, crazy potions man. I don't know much about if that's all alchemists do, but that seems like a good sort of overview of them. Right, okay. So we have ancestral guardians. We have battle rages. Berserkers, obviously. That's the one I played. Very fun. Go and get angry, smash stuff. Storm Heralds. We have Totem Warrior. And we have Zealots. So Bards. Law. Oh no, I don't want the underlining. Glamour or sword, swords, valor, and whispers. I believe is the last one. Yeah. Next up, blood hunters. What do they have? Oh, not. They're here. They're not here. I'll come back to that later. Alright, clerics. Here we go. Oh, this is a big, long list. We have Arcana. Death. Forge. Brave, knowledge, life, light, nature, order, tempest, trickery, war. Good lord, there's a lot of ways you can build a cleric, it seems. Trickery and war, druid, dreams, land, moon, shepherds and sports. Dream, moon, shepherd, spore druids. I believe they're shepherd. No, it is. Oh, it's shepherd. That was Commander Shepherd who was correcting it too. We have Wildfire as well. This list that I'm using could be out of date, so if I'm missing any of these, just let me know. We have Archer, we have Battle Master, we have Cavalier, Champion, Echo, Eldritch, Knight. Which I was just having a discussion the other day about what's the difference between Eldritch Knights and Echo Knights, because I thought they were two of the same thing. Purple Dragon Knight, I have not heard of that one. And then Samurai. Gunslinger will leave for now. Monks. Yeah. Master. Say. Yeah, 4 elements. Long Death. And Shadow. Sun Soul. Also Astral Self. I know that's one because I have a character that is an Astral Self monk. Very fun. Very fun to play. Okay. Paladins. Ancients. I think both of Ancients. Conquest. Crown. Devotion. You got Oathbreakers. Redemption. I could have done all this before the stream. I really should have. This is not going to be entertaining. And I apologize for that very much. Okay. Grimstalker. And Monster Slayer. I feel like could be a good. The Monster Slayer, especially, that'd be a good one to use in this campaign if it's focusing a lot on, creatures and like various monsters, mythical creatures, like having Monster Slayer range, it could be very helpful. Especially outfitted with guns and maybe more sort of weaponry. Okay, so maybe I can trick stuff. Always applicable anywhere, I feel. Positive. Mastermind. Now. Oh, no. Buckler. And also could be very useful in this. We're dealing with, you know, crime and sort of gritty underworld. Okay, sorcerers, we have fine. So we have Comet, Shadow, Dawn. Wow, okay, very good. Alright, Warlock. Archfey, Celeste. Need Grey Old One. I'll type all that out because otherwise I'll just have goo written on here and I will absolutely forget what goo is. Exploit and the Undying. And then we have Wizards, which have so many schools of magic. Singing. Chronology? I guess that's like time magic. Conjuration. Divination. Enchantment. We have Evocation, Graviturgy, Illusion, let's see, Transmutation War. And with that, the list is complete. There we go. Very well done. Now, something that came to mind just then as I was writing all of these things out. I feel like Graviturgy Mage, Graviturgy Wizard. That could be interesting if you take into account sort of Isaac Newton. Like maybe they studied under the great sort of magical mind of Isaac Newton, or like he set up this order of wizards who are learned in the ways of gravity and sort of altering it and using it to their ability, shaping the battlefield of gravity. So I feel like that could be an interesting way to take that. Absolutely. Out of these, I feel necromancy go hand in hand with the grave robbers and the people who are trying to make the reanimated people. Hello, Suriel. Sorry, I've just been typing a storm up on here. Welcome to the stream. I've just been spending the last few minutes typing out a never-ending stream of classes and subclasses. I'm good, thank you. I'm doing well. How are you? Obviously, if I've missed any classes or subclasses here, please let me know. Oh, no, I don't want that there. I wanted it up here. Put it on a new page. Just keep it clean from everything else. Right. So, looking at these, which one? Yeah, so, yeah, necromancy. So the grave robbers, the reanimated, secrets of life and death. That sort of necromancer's whole shtick. Anything else instantly springing to mind? Obviously, alchemists. Yeah, alchemists, artificers would be very mad scientisty. Oh, sorry, I've got the chat here as well. It's just Streamlabs OBS is not always the best for it coming through. Very good. Just done creating a paladin for her name is Feriel Fallen Asmar Paladin Oathbreaker. She's neutral good. That sounds like an awesome character to play, honestly. I mean, Fallen Asmar always very cool with the sort of shadow wings, a paladin that's an Oathbreaker paladin. What caused her to break her oath? What happened to her, in your mind, that's led to her becoming this person? Oh, fighters! I missed out room nights. We have a player in one of our games. You find your room paladin. Yeah, monster hunters. Dealing with creatures and monsters. Yes. Purse. So the streetwise characters, I suppose. A lot of thieves would be in this Victorian era time period. You know, you're thinking of your Oliver Twists, your Fagins, like pop people's sort of wallets open and sprint down the street. She used to be an oath of the crown, but the king she serves is a very bad one. He ordered her to kill entire cities because of a joke. He raises taxes so he can afford his rich lifestyle, and from doing this, Feriel just decided to do a coup with the other nobles for the betterment of the kingdom. Yeah, I would say the way you're making the way you describe that king there, yeah, he had it coming. He definitely had it coming with that. Right, like destroying entire cities ever a joke. I mean, unfortunately, that probably did happen at some point in history. You know, a lot of rulers were mad for the most part and just decided, like, yeah, just torch this place. I don't like it, it's in the way, but no, that I can see why she became an oath breaker for that. Although, I mean, maybe she didn't deserve that, but hey, that's the price, unfortunately, sometimes. But she sounds like she did it for the right reasons. Ah, yeah, that was it. Assassins. They could be like sort of semi-professional hitmen in this time period, I suppose. Exact. Crow, she fell from grace and her wings turned black as obsidian. Ah, yes. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. With Asmar, that it's normally sort of great big emotional moments that are very tough on them that make them fall, I believe, and yeah, all of that combined definitely is definitely taking its toll, it sounds like. Even though it was for the good, but the betrayal is the betrayal, yeah. True, very true. And breaking an oath is still breaking an oath to paladins. It doesn't matter if it's for a good reason or bad, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. Done with that surplus list. Get back to this and see if anything immediately jumps out at me that could be used. See, barbarians, they'll be interesting because that's gonna be, because barbarians are a very sort of primal sort of, you know, they're always seen as like warriors from cut off tribes, so I mean it'll be sort of difficult to include them in like a sort of civilized society, but I guess if you're going for what more of the monstrous sort of races, that could work still. And you know, no stereotypes, none of that, so it'd be interesting to see someone try and build one of those. Obviously that might change some of that stuff just to adapt them slightly. That could be that could be an interesting thing. Oh yes, also, yeah, what was it, the witch hunter class that we had, which could be fun to create. Do that on the stream at some point. That would definitely fit into the scheme of, you know, tracking down unknown harmful magic in this world. Yeah, I put the Monster Slayer down. I put the Monster Slayer part in. Swashbucklers in general, I imagine they'd be sort of shipping, and shipping was popular for transport worldwide. So there'll be no end of sabers. What is up here? Okay. I mean, Beastmasters could even be like zookeepers. Organization. See, which one is it? Like life clerics, possibly even warp. Nah, I feel like life clerics. I had an idea for a new character as a sort of ex-soldier, like medic, who was very, who's a cleric, and you know, obviously he does a lot of the hands-on work with medicine, but also, you know, maybe unknowingly at first sort of prays for like help, and that is how he is able to heal people. Very kind, very caring, always like happy to pick people up. So yeah, maybe I mean, there's a lot of warfare at this time, history, so having, you know, medics come home and find other work, like, it's good work. I mean, these are not by any means like, oh, you know, you choose this class and subclass, you have to pick this. I'm just sort of trying to come up with like generalizations for a lot of these things, like what could they be, how could I sort of represent this when I'm, you know, writing up material for this whole idea. Thinking of actually, Crown Paladins could be Warrior Guards. Victory Clerics, they could be like it's like con men and like snake oil salesmen. See, this is what helps me sort of with a lot of the planning is, you know, you get the a very general sort of idea of what does this class or class subclass represent. What else do we have? I mean, for the most part, like sort of warlocks wouldn't go that unchanged, I suppose. It would just be the sort of the way in which they have managed to make their pact and the way in which they've acquired their power. Like, it will be probably a lot more your what's the word, you know, your sort of cultists, like sort of occult like rituals and circles. I really like the concept of good oath breakers. Yeah, no, that is a that's, yeah, sort of going against the grain, because, you know, like most I mean, oath breakers and a lot of their powers are like, they look sort of very evil, I suppose, almost. Like, I think they're interpreted like in the write-up for the class as like, oh, you know, you've been tempted, you've corrupted, you've sort of fallen to the dark side almost. But no, like, definitely, like, good oath breakers are like, it's a very interesting concept. I do like when people manage to go against the grain. Yeah, so it's sort of stuff like, you know, hellish rebuke, inflict wounds, crown of madness, animate dead, bestow curse. Like, a lot of these things are very like, yeah, and then the sort of control and dead, dreadful aspect, like, they're normally interpreted as very evil, very yeah, because even like this little right here, the little right up here says, an oathbreaker is a paladin who breaks their sacred oaths to pursue some dark ambition or serve an evil power. So yeah, definitely good oath breakers who like did it for the right reason, but still broke their oath. That's a very good concept. I like that. And yeah, I'd love, like, you know, if you when you get to play that character, like, that would be great to hear more about. Uh, I'd love to see, because that sounds very good for RP, very good for sort of coming to terms with, you know, she believes in her heart she did the right thing and she knows it, but I guess the whole Oathbreaker thing is sort of going against that. Like, she's done it for the right thing. She knows she's done right, but she's been sort of inflicted with these very offsetting powers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, will her party members believe her? Like, unless she comes out right and says, you know, I was a paladin, and then something happened. Like, if she doesn't outright like state her class, like, they could get the wrong idea. But no, very interesting for RP, definitely. I feel like, even though they may have their opinions on sort of on her based on like her powers and what she's doing, like, if you said yourself she's a good person, like, seeing that and like what she does, how she interacts with people, how she tries to help out or what have you, like, that will help change a lot of opinions in my mind, I would say. I do very much like players who manage to create sort of not going against the point of the character or class, but changing it and creating their own interesting dynamic, like before session one. almost like just before you start anything, like they already have something very interesting going on with them, which can evolve and change over time. It's very good. Okay. Looking at these again. Gunslingers. I actually have a document for gunslingers that my DM gave me, and it's very interesting. It instead of using the sort of Matt Mercer document, it where you have to take the levels in fighter and then become the gunslinger. It starts you out at level 1 as a gunslinger, so you can instantly use firearms and everything. It's very good, very fun. Yeah, and the problem I have with it is ammunition supply and having the ammo on hand. But my gunslinger is very good with excuse me, other ranged weapons as well. So he handles it well. He handles himself. He's also quite a bit of a glass cannon, so he very easily goes down in a lot of fights, which is fun. He can do some good damage, but then he takes a hit and just drops. Okay, I think for now, unless anything hits me, I'm gonna leave this as it is, and we're gonna, I think, work on the circus thing. I think that'll be a bit more interesting. So now we'll just paint something very simple, and once we get an actual name, we'll come up with that. So yes, sorry Al, if you missed the start. Basically, I got a idea for this. I got a suggestion from a viewer about a story from the SCP sort of wiki, which talks about like this very strange, like sort of otherworldly, multi-dimensional circus. And I watched animation on that, and then we are coming up with sort of fey circus where people go missing, and they can like whenever they come to town, there's stories of people going missing and people who look similar to them ending up in the shows themselves and the sort of freak shows. Yeah. So just change this over. Sorry. Let's change this to. Oh. I would love if it would come out. Come on, man. Actually changed. Oh, you got the ability to change some of the spells. That's good. Are you able to choose different ones, or are you sort of reflavoring them as sort of looking different? Change 2 spells with other spells. Ah, that's good, yeah. I mean, that'll help sort of make it maybe a bit more believable that she's a good person, that she is what she says she is. Or was, yeah. Alright, come on. Bring up the document, please. You're killing me. Killing me, OBS. Decided to change darkness with aid. Okay, yeah, aid's good. Aid's a good one to help out. Let me just try this, just give me 1 second. No, I can't alter this. I can't alter any of the settings while in the other scene. Okay. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Change some settings. There we go. Okay. Excellent. There we go. All sorted now. Okay. So, start with, we have the introduction. And then we have the, so that'll be how get the party involved in investigating this. Grounds. So what will be on the grounds, what they can interact with. And change confusion with order of purity. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you got some good spells to throw out in there. Maybe some of a sort of pure original nature shining through even after everything. That'll be good. Okay, so then we have the big top. We're gonna have we'll have shows that they can catch. We'll put shows and performers. And then what's a good circus without stores and games that they can cheat you out of money with? And then I suppose just the PCs. Yeah, I mean that's a good way of sort of breaking it up. I barely use darkness and confusion, so replacing them with support spells is good. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Like, if you're not using the spells as is, absolutely just swap them out. do Oathbreakers still have access to the original Paladin spells, or did they lose that? Like, are these evil ones, they gain oaths? Oh, those are the oath spells, so those are the ones you get given. Oh, okay, so you do have, yes, you do have also the Paladin spell list. Oh, that's good. I mean, I should have realized, because otherwise that is, you lose all your spells and then you have very, very few, you have very, very little amount of spells. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I should have realized that. I'm just like, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking of that one. Okay, so first off, you need some, you need some plot hooks to draw in the party, sort of get them interested in the circus, and make them, like, sort of, get them wanting to investigate this place. So I think definitely someone, partner or family member has gone missing almost immediately after almost immediately after the circus arrived and started setting up. Ask the party to go and investigate and bring them back. Always, I mean, someone asking for help is always, it's always a sort of straightforward way of, hey, go check this thing out, look at this. And bring the person back. If we're not looking for someone for something so straightforward, you could have, it's a lot, if they're doing a lot of work in the city and don't get out to anywhere smaller where like a circus would attract that much attention, sort of whispers and rumors and circus getting the way through. Party. Which will be like, oh, it's the greatest place on earth, and the oh well, I hear I heard such and such. The or tales of strange sounds coming from the direction of the campgrounds. obviously, it's a circus, a lot of advertising, just posters they can catch if they're in the middle of a mission. And those are some varied options. Or they could meet performers, handing out flyers. And if there's insights or perception checks, like, they get weird vibes off them. And they seem a little uncanny. Like, it's just something off with them. So the circus grounds itself, you'd have this is going to be venues besides like the main big top. She go with the magical predator. It's hunting down anyone who attended last Friday's circus. One person a night is being found killed, hired by mission or noble. Something to stop it before it's their turn. Yeah, that's definitely that's a good suggestion. Thank you, Zen Shichi. The a magical predator hiding out in the circus. Ooh. Sorry. Surreal, thank you for the follow. Always greatly appreciated. Thank you. Magical predator. It's hiding. Circus. Hunting patrons by one. Unable to investigate. Yep. And stop it. Okay. That's an awesome suggestion. Okay. Right, so circus grounds. Like obviously this is gonna be a very Bay Bay's carnival, very mysterious, very sort of whimsical. So excited to play Fariel. Yeah, no, Soriel, you definitely should be. Like the way you've been describing her and the sort of dynamic she has going on, like that is a very interesting character to play. Alright. Okay, yeah, you get your sleep for your session. Thank you for joining us. And for the follow, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so yes. Sort of the what we're gonna need is sort of style slash yeah, the decoration. Gonna need I mean we need other venues than the big top. The party can go and take a look at and could hide other encounters or potential boons. So the style we're going for is very Very sort of whimsical. And bright. But that's all hiding dark secrets and dangerous magic. I feel like is a good way of describing that. Colors. So I was feeling sort of like pinks, purples, sure. Definitely green thrown in there as well. What else? Star decorations, lots of lights. Lots of lights for sure. There needs to be multicolored lights, obviously. Sorry, excuse me. So multicolored lights, music that seems to always be playing with no identifiable source. So if anyone's wondering why I keep looking over here, I have the chat up on my phone and OBS isn't always the best at telling me when that comes through. So I just have that there to look at and check in case anyone says something that I miss. Whimsical, bright, soul behind dark secrets and dangerous magic, pinks, purples, greens, multicolored lights, music that seems to always be playing with no identifiable source. I'll definitely, I'll come up with something else that I need to write down. Okay, other venues. So, 1800s carnival, 1800s circuses. What did they have? Yeah, freak shows. They had those at the time, and oddity. Yeah, like oddities, I guess. Curiosities. Like sort of Ripley's Believe It or Nots that would travel around, and they'd even make like sort of fake creatures like the Fiji mermaids and your jackalopes, sort of rabbits with the antlers. I mean, people even thought the platypus was a sort of one of these oddity creatures, like it just been stitched together as a joke. But no, platypus are real. Freak shows, oddities, curiosities. What else do we have in old timey sixes? I mean, obviously, like food store. I mean, that would be going to stores and games. You'd have like food stores. Cotton candy, popcorn. Not sure if those actually existed yet in the 1800s, but hey, that's research for another day. So yeah, I guess like the freak show, that's gonna need like a list. So we'll add that into another one. So you've got like bearded ladies, tall or short people, because they were amazed by that. Contortionists, tumblers, animals, dangerous animals generally. Yes, yeah, those are. That's thank you. Yeah, that's great. That's none of those came to mind. Guess I'll put that under the. None of them came to mind at that moment. So yeah, contortionists, tumblers, dangerous animals. Thank you. Thank you for that, Zen Shiki. Greatly appreciated. Fortunately, stumblers, dangerous animals. Obviously, clowns. Acrobats. And the trapeze. I mean, like stilt walkers. Thank you. I have to head off to work. Love the building. Thank you very much. And good luck at work. And thank you for the follow. Have a great day. I'll be here working on this. So yeah, stilt walkers, fire eaters, sword swallowers. Torsion stumblers. Dangerous animals. These. You could do daredevil. You could do sort of daredevils in some way. Okay, yeah. So the freak show. Bearded ladies, tall, short people, conjoined twins. You have like your painted. Is it painted ladies or like inked ladies? Just people with tattoos, I think. That was. They were amazed by those. Ladies, taller, short people can join twins, people with tattoos. What's it? The they like pigmen or something. The very strange looking people that ended up just being your shaved bears. Let's pull up a source on this and try and get some actual like let's get some ideas here. Common in large or small people, those with intersex variations, those with extraordinary diseases and conditions, and others with performances expecting to be shocking to viewers. Heavily tattooed or pierced people have sometimes been seen in freak shows. Has hypertension, getting physical performance such as fire eating and sword swallowing. Okay. Oh yes, you have your American Horror Story freak show. You have your the Evan Peters. He's the like the lobster boy, is it? Where he has like the fingers that have been like fused together on his hands. Yeah. Yeah, so freak shows you basically just looking for like any physical deformities would have been put on show. But so a lot of these can some of these can be uh altered so in a way that makes it properly D&D. So you have pigmen, you could have your sort of were balls, I suppose would be a good one. Like they're actually men who men or women who transformed into these creatures. You've got your your uncommonly large people that could be like giant kin of some description. Fomorians. They're the Feywild giant kin, aren't they? Tattoos. You could have the what are they spell wrought tattoos? Those people with tattoos who've been infused with magic. Yeah, spell wrought. Oh, excuse me. Spell wrought tattoos. Yes, that's the ones. Okay. Morians. Hmm. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Bearded ladies. See, I'm thinking of like some way of making it like sort of tangling, like grasping vines almost. If it like it just sort of grows out and like spreads. Sure, there's sure there's there's an actual specific thing for that, but I'll look into more of that later. Conjoined twins. I'm thinking of creatures that have multiple limbs. Like I guess not like the Meriliths that have like 6 arms, but uh, what is it? Like we're going for a lot more of the Fey side of things rather than the Meriliths that have 6 arms. Going for a lot more of the Fey side rather than any fiendish or demonic side or anything. Uh, uh, Just trying to think. I mean, we could go full sort of down Shan. If anyone's ever seen that or read those books, the Search the Freak books, those very good books. Would definitely recommend. Like you've got your snake people, and you've got your wolfman in those. Mm. looking at them. This performance torch like these. So the shows and performance section, that would be, those would be the ones in the actual big tub in the actual circus show, more so than the sort of other venues. We could write oddities and curiosities they'd have. Yeah, you've got like your I suppose, yeah, like you've got your mermaids, which are, you know, a very common sort of fake sort oddity or curiosity. You've got your mermaids, you've got your you know, like the stitched together creatures, which would be sort of pioneers. I suppose shrunken heads are always a thing good. Ripley's attractions. Mermaids, six together creatures, shrunken heads. Almost like a monkey's paw. Just, you know, just as a natural curiosity. What else could we have? Oddities, curiosities. Go back to that one. I think for this, we'll work on the look at the big tub. So you have like scenes, bigger on the inside, and filled with more patrons. Hello, Shark. Welcome to the stream. Just, you know, doing some homebrew, making a sort of a carnival circus. Just trying to sort of work out a lot of the details about it. Speak on this side for expected. I say like impossible at all. Inside. Could have so the lighting would be thinking very sort of torch lit like everywhere, hanging. They're like hanging braziers, I suppose. Feel like purple and green sort of colour scheme for the tent. Yeah, purple and green. Okay, so we're gonna have like the ringmaster, who isn't. It appears. No, he's sort of. You'd just be looking at him, and then like the next second he's in amongst the crowd, or he's up on like a high place that he shouldn't be, just like that. Very eccentric, I suppose. Always smiling. Gonna be a typical like old-fashioned ringmaster with the sort of the horn. Yeah, he's always yes, it's a horn. And can be from everywhere in the big top. From horn. So we got the business biz, very eccentric with smile. Yells into horn of my head from every big top. Very, very wealthy style of dress compared to performance. So like the what is it, the bag of tricks. It's gonna have a top hat, tricks. You know, especially like if it comes to a battle, they can sort of reach. The ringmaster can reach in and produce various. I believe it's different sort of animals based on the color of the bag itself. So he's producing all these animals and unleashing them on the party, and they're all going to be like very dangerous animals, similar to the ones like sort of seen in the circus themselves. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Got that. Yeah, got quite a few other acts. Other NPCs, you'll have like the animal trainer. There is food stall employees. You're gonna have called like hawkers, like salespeople. Advertisers with flyers, posters, have that was something as well. What would it be? I suppose, you know, what we'll do, just a little secrets. Oh, town. And I feel like applying that, you know, the old sort of, once you eat the food in the other realm that these things come from, like you can never leave. I feel like that should play a part. So, like once you eat food, leave. Sure, that'll need, you know, that'll need a mechanic of some kind, but there has to be a way around it, so you don't, you know, you don't have characters just have to leave after that, like carry on with the circus. Um, no, maybe, so kill the ringmaster, break it, and others could stick this curse. So we need to help them. Hmm. I feel like this is so. This is just sort of very basically fundamental to what makes a circus of this time period. Because I mean, this is the Victorian era. They wouldn't really have, you know, your sort of, they wouldn't have all of the roller coasters and various sorts. They may have them, but that's another thing. Carousel. And then through that, you can sort of catch a glimpse of the. I'm just gonna write the Feywild, even though in terms of the game, it's not actually going to be the Feywild. But that it's not actually going to be called the Feywild. But that's the that's just making it easier. So you know, yeah, you know, you spinning on the carousel, riding the horses, and go faster. And as you look out, you see sort of glimpses, like all of the fairground stretching out around you is just replaced with trees and forests as far as the eye can see, and then like that you're back in the you're just back in the fairground coming off the carousel. I feel that's a very sort of a little magic glimpse you get there. I suppose I feel like there is a short race coming from the Feywild that isn't just your fairies, your pixies, your sprites. Like I feel like there is some sort of no. Oh, it's red caps. Are they small? Yes, they are. Okay, excellent. So the tall ones are Fomorians and the small ones are red caps. There we go. Oh, no, I think that's a good place to. I think that's some good perk there. Yeah, done quite well there. I think that's quite a good list of stuff to at least begin with this encounter. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go. I realize I started the stream a bit late and I have things to do. So I'm just going to say thank you to everyone who watched, everyone who commented, everyone who followed. That was awesome. I'm sort of making a commitment this year to stream quite a lot more. So uh, there'll be plenty more of these coming, and then hopefully, if I can find people for an actual game, like there'll be a lot more coming with sort of maybe like post game discussions and stuff like that. I mean, maybe people could even want to stream it. I don't know. We'll see. I'd need a whole party inflict this game on first. But no, thank you everyone for watching, commenting, following. Great. This is more than I expected of just this little stream today. And be sure to follow, check it out. I'll be doing more of these in the future. Definitely more prepared next time with the whole starting up writing the subclasses and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.